Once again, I welcome to our education creative channel. Dear student, we are going to discuss something about voice change. Our English grammar book. Students, do we know what do we mean by voice? Generally, voice means in Odia we know that it is swara. That means the sweet voice of Lata Mangeshkar. But in English grammar, voice means something different than this. So, voice, so what is voice? Now, voice is a verb form. Voice is a verb form. So, voice is a verb form. So, from that, this voice form of the verb. So there are two types of voice. There are two types of verb. One is active voice, another is passive voice. Active voice and passive voice. So this active voice and passive voice. In active voice, we have seen that the strong verb only. But in passive voice, this verb form changes into passive. So this passive verb is be verb plus past participle form of the strong verb. Be verb plus past participle form of the main verb. This is the passive verb. So we do not change all sorts of verb into passive construction. So what type of a verb changes into passive? Now only transitive verb change into passive. So according to the presence of the object, there are two types of verb. There are two types of verb. One is active verb, another is active verb means the strong verb. But according to the object, the presence of the object in a sentence, the verb is two types. One is transitive verb, another is intransitive verb. So transitive verb means the verb which is followed by an object. The verb which is followed by an object is known as transitive verb. Then intransitive verb, the verb which is not followed by an object. The verb which is not followed by an object is known as intransitive verb. So from this transitive verb and intransitive verb, only transitive verb change into passive. Only transitive verb change into passive. Mind it. This point we should remember that only transitive verb change into passive. So now we are taking an example about it. A general sentence, that is, suppose I eat rice. I eat rice. Here I in the first sentence, I subject, eat verb, rice is the object. Then if you change into passive, we generally write rice, the object comes to the first, that is rice. Then eat verb change into passive, that is rice is eaten by me. Rice is eaten by me. This is the passive verb. That means in an active voice, the sentence structure as a subject, verb and object. When this sentence changes into passive, we take the object as a subject in passive and the verb of the active, we use passive verb, that is be verb plus third form of the verb. Then the subject we use as object in the passive, that is I. So this sentence changes into as rice is eaten by me. So general rule, we remember that when the active object takes as passive subject, then active verb change into passive verb, and then object comes as a subject of the verb. Generally, in active voice and passive, subject and object has to convert to each other. Object comes to the subject place and subject goes to the object place. And in the middle, active verb change into passive. This is the general rule. From this rule, we make or to change active to passive all sentence. So another, according to tense, we go through tense. How to change tense wise active to passive. Today, from this tense, we just to discuss something about present tense. Present tense. That is present tense रा active passive form संपर्क रे आज हमें देखिबा. तले प्रथमे simple present. Simple present. The simple present form as I eat rice. Thus it will change into passive as rice is eaten by me. Then eat or eats change into passive as is, am, are plus verb 3 or past participle form of the verb. Then second rule, present progressive. Present progressive. Present progressive means I am eating rice. Here progressive form is plus verb ing form. So this is plus verb ing form change into passive is are plus is are plus being being plus verb 3. That means third form of the verb. So if you use this present progressive form, the active sentence is I am going to, I am eating rice. It is changed into passive as rice is being eaten by me. Rice is being eaten by me. Then present perfect. Present perfect. I have eaten rice. I have eaten rice. If you change this sentence into passive, it is as rice has been eaten by me. Rice has been eaten by me. So in active, present perfect form has plus B3. Then if you change into passive, has or have plus been plus verb 3 or past participle form of the verb. Then present perfect progressive has no passive form. Present perfect progressive form or passive form nahi. ले माने मन रखिबा एटा वेरी इंपोर्टेंट थिंग्स. प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट प्रोग्रेसिव फॉर्म रा पासिव फॉर्म ना. ताले once again I remind all the points again. आज जहाँ हम डिस्कस कले प्ले ताहा पुनर्बार आउथरे ओडिया रे कर दिउछ. देखो प्ले आमे वॉइस चेंज संपर्क रे आलोचना करूछे. वॉइस चेंज होउची जे वॉइस मीन्स इंग्रजी रे वाच्य परिवर्तन. जहाँ आम इंग्रजी रे वाच्य पर जहाँ वॉइस चेंज करूचे ओडिया ताको हम कहूचे वाच्य परिवर्तन. तले वाच्य होची दुई प्रकार. गोटे एक्टिव वॉइस आउ पैसिव वॉइस. एक्टिव मीन्स कर्तृवाच्य आउ पैसिव मीन्स कर्मवाच्य. तले ये एक्टिव वॉइस एवं पैसिव वॉइस कथा जते आलोचना करूचे आम यहाँ होची गोटे वर्ब रो रूप. गोटे वर्ब माने क्रिया रो गोटे रूप. तेणु केउं प्रकार क्रियार रूप अच्छी ना केवल जोड़ा सकर्मक क्रिया वाक्य एटा गोटे रूप. जो वाक्य रे कर्म थिबो ताहार आमे एई वाच्य परिवर्तन करि परिबा. तले वर्ब बा क्रिया जो वाक्य रे ऑब्जेक्ट अच्छी बा कर्म अच्छी ताकू कहले सकर्मक क्रिया. ऑब्जेक्ट नथिले ताकू कहबा अकर्मक क्रिया. तले अकर्मक क्रिया रो पासिव रूप नाही. अकर्मक क्रिया रो अकर्मक क्रियार पासिव रूप ना. ताले आमे कर्मयुक्त वाक्यर पासिव करि परिबा. ताले एक्टिव वॉइस रु पासिव वॉइस करने को हेले प्रथमे एक्टिव वॉइस रे थिबा कर्ता कर्म को एक्टिव वॉइस रे थिबा कर्म को पासिव रे प्रथमे कर्ता रूपे नेबा एवं एक्टिव रे थिबा भर्बर पासिव रूप को परिवर्तन करबा एवं शेष रे बाय द्वारा ऑब्जेक्ट को लिखिबा। एति के हमर जनरल रूल। एवं प्रेजेंट टेंस संपर्क रे हम आलोचना कले। प्रेजेंट टेंस रे एक्टिव वॉइस रे जदी इज आम आर आमे इज आम आर प्लस वर्ब रे इंग फॉर्म थिले पासिव वॉइस रे ता इज आम आर रही बीइंग लागिबो एवं वर्ब तृतीय रूप हबो। एवं सिंपल प्रेजेंट टेंस रे जदी खाली इट बा इट्स अछि पासिव रे इज आम आर प्लस v3 हो। सेही भली परफेक्ट फॉर्म रे हैज और हैव थाई वर्ब रहितिबो ता पासिव रे करबा से हैज हैव प्लस वर्ब तृतीय रूप हबो। एवं परफेक्ट प्रोग्रेसिव रो पासिव फॉर्म नाही। तल पिले माने आज हमें एई एक्टिव वॉइस और पासिव वॉइस रो प्रथम रूल संपर्क रे एवं जनरल रूल संपर्क रे प्रेजेंट टेंस संपर्क रे आलोचना कले। तले आज पई एति हला आमे पुनी नेक्स्ट क्लास रे पास्ट टेंस संपर्क रे आलोचना करिबा जे किपरि पास्ट टेंस रो गुटे वाक्य को एक्टिव रु पासिव को परिवर्तन करिबा। सो many thanks to everybody. Stay home and stay safe. Many thanks to you. So आम चैनल जदि आपण मानकु पसंद लगुଥାଏ अधिक रु अधिक या लाइक करिवे और शेयर करिवे। थैंक्स टू ऑल।